Huge Bitcoin rally incoming? Well, according to my analysis, yes, I think that's exactly what's going to take place because we did the same thing in 2021, 2022, 2017, 2018, 2013, 2014, and even in 2019. So there's a lot of evidence that I want to share that point towards Bitcoin reaching back into its yellow 200 daily moving average, and I'm going to show you when I believe that's going to take place. And when it does, what I'm doing in terms of trading wise. I also have different indicators to support my hypotheses of a move into the 200 daily moving average. We have the EMA ribbons on the daily flipping bullish, the Ichimoku cloud, the Komu cloud, that's also flipping bullish, and we have the parabolic SAR going bullish too. There is something to be aware of. There are two Bitcoin CME gaps, but in this video, you will get a comprehensive understanding on where I think the next move for Bitcoin is going to be and how I'm trading it. Guys and girls, you're going to be glad to hear the announcement that drumroll please, am officially leaving the pantry slash closet, as you've been referring to the setup I've been recording in for over the past week. Guys, I've been visiting family, and this is actually my grandma's kitchen. So tomorrow I'm heading back to my studio and office. That's where we will have the nice camera and the Shure SM7B. So don't worry, good times are coming back again in terms of content production quality. All right, but first, let's put all of that aside and understand what it is that causes a retest every single cycle into this magical yellow line. Well, there isn't too big of a scientific explanation. All you need to know is Bitcoin has been topping Q4 post-halving year since inception, and whenever it does, between a window of 1 to 3 months after dropping below the 200 daily moving average, you've retested it, and that retest was the final hopium, the last optimism, the last euphoria before going into a prolonged bear market. That was the case in 2021, it was the case in 2017, it was also the case here in 2013. Between 1 to 3 months, you get that retest after falling below it. The good news is, I don't think we're going to see that prolonged bear market for Bitcoin here in 2026 like the other cycles, because we're following 2019 monetary policy wise. And even in 2019, yes, you didn't see a prolonged bear market, but you still retested that 200 daily moving average and got a consolidation. And that's more similar to what I think is going to take place. So Bitcoin is, when we look at it from a time duration perspective, let's refresh the screen. So from a time duration perspective, we have been below the 200 moving average for roughly about 2 months now. So when we collate the evidence, there is still another month left for us to basically go ahead and reach it. I'm not too concerned on the exact timings of it. I just like to know that it's going to happen at some point, and I'm prepared. My preparation lies in the following. I just have, over on weeks, a bunch of limit short orders to start shorting between 99.5, first level of strong resistance on Bitcoin, all the way into that 200 daily moving average. I have limit orders scattered to start shorting and take profits on my existing Bitcoin derivatives long positions. Does this mean I am selling Bitcoin? No, absolutely not. This is just a small part of my trading portfolio that or my entire portfolio that I'm trading with derivatives to create a passive income and take advantage of, for me, more obvious opportunities on the macro, because I am a macro analyst and trader. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to be shorting between 99.5 all the way into that 200 daily moving average, which is currently at 106.7. And from that point, I expect a big consolidation like 2019. So I think it's going to be one of the important opportunities we take, as it may be one of the final ones or one of the only ones of 2026. And when that time happens, when we do get into that range, I will make more updates about those trades specifically. But if you want to prepare, you can go ahead and sign up 2 weeks using the first link in the description down below, which is where I have set those positions up, or any other exchange of your choice. It's just that with the first link, you'll get the best bonus available for the week's exchange, and you can learn how to trade using the card at the top right-hand corner of the screen. Finally, I have my indicators, and my indicators point towards Bitcoin slowly appearing more bullish than bearish. I've been more pessimistic for the daily and the short term, optimistic as always for the long term, but here I can see that the parabolic SAR is firing buys. I can see that the Ichimoku, the Komu cloud of the Ichimoku, is switching from bearish into bullish. You're seeing a bullish crossover happen between the two blue and red lines. It should be the Tenkan and the baseline and the leading span. So the conversion, the baseline, you're seeing the bullish crossover. It's been a while since I've traded Ichimoku, but the bullish crossover is happening nonetheless. So Ichimoku is good. And also the EMA ribbons are flipping bullish on the daily too. All good signs, all good signs. There's a lot of demand here at 96.3 shown by the volume profile. If we get above that, then I think 106 will be there for Bitcoin to go to. It's just the only short-term inconveniences are the 88K and the 90.6K ongoing CME gaps. 95% of the time they will close. I don't see any reason for them to not close, and they always happen sooner rather than later. So if we can quickly get rid of them in market open on Monday or throughout the entirety of this week, then we should, hopefully be able to stay above the EMA ribbons and start making our trajectory into that 200 daily moving average to not waste time. If we waste time, then so be it. I personally see this retest as more of a idea, a setup that will eventually occur, and it doesn't really make too big of a difference if it occurs tomorrow or the day after or in a month's time. It's just I would much rather it happens sooner than later to not waste precious trading days. But that's overall my updates. That's overall my outlook. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, destroy the like button. Don't worry, I don't expect a tragic bear market, but I think we can see a consolidation following that retest. So thank you so much for watching. Take care. And as always, bye-bye.